Hey guys, it's Ep46 and welcome back to episode 46 of my Manchester City career. Now in today's episode, we're going to be getting on with hopefully some more games. First match against Middlesbrough in the league, which we're going to be simming. Then we've got a game against West Ham in the Cup. And then we've got another match in the league, which we're going to be simming in today's episode. That's against Hull City. So simming the opening two league games that we've got. And then we've got West Ham in between those two matches, which we'll play. Then we'll play the game against Feyenoord as well in the Champions League group stages. And maybe we'll get into the Tottenham game. Not too sure, depends how much time we have. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and 100 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, then please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. If you didn't see yesterday's videos, then they were kind of like FIFA 18 beta information videos. You can go check them out on the channel. They did absolutely incredibly, so thank you all so much for the support on those. I think we've got like 10,000 views and more on both of those videos, so absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for that. And let's crack on with the first game of today's episode, and we're going to be simming it against Middlesbrough, hopefully going to get ourselves 3 points despite simming the game. This is the side I've gone with: Edison, Danilo, Stones, Van Gaal, Mendy, Suarez, Gundogan, Silva, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus and Ferreira. So it's quite a strong team, but we're going to see how it gets on. It's a little bit changed at times. Raheem Sterling cost us 1-0 up here 11 minutes into this game. We're going to skip it straight away. We won the game 4-1, gets us 3 points, and of course that's a fantastic way to start today's episode. Okay, on to some play drills now, and we're going to go the exact same 5 drills again this week. Hopefully have a bit more progress. We have actually seen quite a few stats go up this week, which is good. No change in overall though. Also, apologies if I don't sound 100% still. I'm not quite recovered from my cold just yet, so I might not quite sound how I normally do. Apologies about that, but hopefully I'll be okay in the next couple of days. Okay, this is the side I've gone with for the game against West Ham. It's a cup match for us to open up today's episode with, and we're going to it's in the EFL Cup. We're going to be picking this team for the game. We've got Carter starting in goal. Other than that though, it's quite a strong team. We've got out Kyle Walker, Company, Tar and Rose. Then we've got Sol, De Bruyne and Silva in midfield. Leroy Sané, Sanchez and Aguero as the front three. So a very strong attack of course. And this is the bench I've gone with. Again, a pretty decent bench that we've got, but of course some youngsters on there as well to help us. Okay then, so here we go for this match against West Ham. We are at home for the game in the EFL Cup. Hopefully going to get ourselves a win here so we can get ourselves into the next round. Of course we want to try and win everything this season if we can. Well played, Sanchez. Great start. Now needs some support in the middle. Still going, Sanchez. Looking for a pass into Bernardo Silva to hit it on his right foot. Had to be cleared. Great start to the game. Sanchez cuts back inside. Aguero! Oh, good save. Got to try and pick out one of the corners there. Aguero just shoots exactly where the goalkeeper is. Doesn't really help us out there. Probably our best chance so far of the game. Not been loads of chances, but Adrian saves that one pretty well. It's going to go to Bernardo Silva. It's going to be put into the middle. Leroy Sané's in there. Cleared away straight away. Sanchez into Aguero. Aguero's going to turn, shoots, gets blocked. Aguero still has it. Into Bernardo Silva, who can turn. Oh, can't get that shot away. How many times did I get blocked then? Kyle Walker's got forward. He shoots on his left foot. Very close one, just goes wide. Aguero into Bernardo Silva. What a pass. It's fallen. Oh, Adrian couldn't keep hold of it. Nearly fell for us there and had to be cleared. We've started to really crank up the pressure on West Ham so far, towards the back end of this first half in particular, where we've started to get a bit more of a grip of the game here. Just can't quite find an opening chance or an opening goal. It's half-time, 0-0 at the moment. The accuracy of our passes and the decision-making is hurting us a little bit here on the attack at the moment. We've created a couple of chances. I don't think there's too many clear-cut ones in there. We've had a cut back to Aguero, which was a great chance that was saved. But we need to try and find some more clear-cut chances, otherwise it's going to end up going into a second leg or extra time, whatever it is. And it's of course not something that we really need in already quite a cramped fixture list that we've got this season. So we're going to try and get it done in this second half. We've got to try and keep hold of the ball much better. Yes, Bernardo Silva to shoot, and he scores. That's the goal that we needed, 1-0. And to be honest, the passing accuracy there was pretty good, but it was to the wrong players. It wasn't intentional that Bernardo Silva got the ball here. It was supposed to go to somebody else. I won't complain though, because it's fallen to him, and he was in a brilliant bit of space to shoot and score. 1-0 up here, 53 minutes into the game, and like I said, there was 2 passes in that build-up that weren't supposed to go to the player, ended up at. And you can just see Aguero there, really good bit of hold-up play, lays it off to Bernardo Silva, good strike into the back of net. It's 1-0. Chance, and they've equalised. Oh my days. A couple of minutes later, we see it every single time you score it. There's always a response from the opposition straight away, and their response often enough is a goal. And they've not really threatened us. They've gone up the pitch and they've scored. Can't really say too much else than that. Very frustrating. It happens so much. Hopefully that'll be a change for FIFA 18, because it is ridiculous the way that they flick a switch and suddenly become a really good side. So that hard work that we put into trying to get an opening goal has just been completely obliterated, and now we're back on level terms. First 2 changes, Suarez and Gabriel Jesus to come on. We'll take off Sol and Sergio Aguero, both very, very tired. We're going to freshen things up with the final 20 minutes left. The third change might well come a little bit later on. We'll see who needs to come on. Sané into De Bruyne. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva onto Sanchez. Oh, it's got to be a goal. How? That strike was terrible. Not enough power behind it. It's a finesse first time, but it's not good enough. De Bruyne to deliver. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, he wins the header. Can he win the next part of it? It's an absolute scrap in the middle. Eventually cleared. No idea how Gabriel Jesus won the header, but we won't complain because that was a really good bit of connection on it as well, and caused West Ham some issues. Sadly, though, the ball didn't go in the back of the net. Okay, on to the third and final change. 12 minutes left. Selena on, Silva off. Now we're going to do that just to kind of give us something a little bit different. Try it out. Obviously, Silva's getting a little bit tired. We're going to try and freshen up the legs in the midfield a little bit, and hopefully someone like Selena can come on and do a good job for us. No. Good save. Clear. No, don't clear like that. That's not a clearance. Oh my days. How we can go to complete dominance to absolutely horrific defending, I have no idea. Everyone's come back for us here. Can we get the ball away up to Kevin De Bruyne? Hasn't worked. Got to clear. Jesus Christ, we're going to be out in the second. What is going on? Terrible defending. Can't clear our lines. And they win it back off us straight away. How has this game turned from total control to totally out of control? It's absolutely ridiculous. Another corner to defend. Let's send Gabriel Jesus up and hopefully try and clear it. It's another corner. No, it's a goal kick. We can now not get hold of the ball. I don't know what has gone on here in the last few minutes, but we have just completely lost it. Attack. Come on. Come on, Selena. Run with us. Come on. You're supposed to be attacking here. You're a centre attacking mid. That's a foul. Rose. No, Selena's free there. How many times did the pass go to the wrong person? Okay, it's finished 1-1. So, not the result we were after. Will it go into extra time? Yeah, it's not a replay or anything. So, there's some more minutes for us to play here. Gutted about that because it has just been really sort of a fluctuating game. A game that should be over by now, to be totally honest. But haven't taken our chances, haven't created enough. A little bit disappointed in the way that we played this game. I think the most disappointing thing has probably been the passing accuracy. That's been all over the place. Even when we've scored goals as well. Gabriel Jesus onto Sanchez. It has to be. It is a goal. Finally getting the goal here. 4 minutes into extra time. Sanchez gets it. It's exactly what he should have done last time he had that chance. And he has finally scored for us. 2-1. And we've given ourselves the lead early on in extra time. Now we've just got to make sure that we finish extra time in the lead. Oh, onto Selena. Maybe another chance for us here to get a third goal. Selena's going to cut it back. Oh no, not the pass I was wanting. Gabriel Jesus. It's just not right. What are we doing? We're not quite attacking how I'd hoped, to be honest, at the moment. We're not really attacking so effectively, but we've got ourselves another opportunity to get the ball into the box. Not a great cross. That's better. The passing isn't particularly slick, but we're still going. De Bruyne here to shoot, and not on target. So close. Was hoping for it to at least be on target there. It's half time, still winning the game 2-1. Into Leroy Sané from the short corner. Sané to turn and shoot, that's much better. Good save. And out for another corner. Really good turn actually from Leroy Sané there. No, why is the keeper taking... I don't want the keeper. What is going on? Sané to deliver. Oh, we've connected with it. Oh, had to be saved again. So close. We're actually causing them some issues from these corners going directly into the middle. We don't usually do that. Tar's in there and nearly wins it again that time. Well played. Leroy Sané into Selena. Can he be the difference there? No. Saved by the keeper. Will it be offside here? Maybe for Gabriel Jesus, but he crosses anyway and can't pick anyone out. That's it. We've won the game 2-1 into the next round. Oh my days. Should not have been so difficult. Should not have gone to extra time. A lot to complain about in that match. The main complaints is definitely the passing and also the way we've attacked. We've not attacked like we usually do. Not attacked properly or efficiently or anything like that. You can see 17 shots. 12 on target. We've had to go into extra time. We've only scored 2 goals. That's why I'm annoyed. That's why I've been complaining so much about the performance there, because that's not good enough. You've got to score more goals than that with 17 shots, 12 on target. So we've got to attack much better in the next couple of games coming up. And with such a strong team, you would have thought we'd have taken more of the chances. We haven't done. We've got through. That's the main thing. There's a lot still to work on with this team. Despite it being such a good side, we are lacking something. And that moves me on to a potential signing in January. We are looking at bringing in a big name. I think Sanchez might be leaving. I'm going to kind of just see what you guys think about that. Sanchez is probably going to be a player to leave. And we're going to sign somebody like a Neymar or maybe a Messi or Bale, whoever. We're going to try and bring in someone like that in January, hopefully. A real big name to basically be pretty much the best player in the world and definitely our best player in the team. I think we just need that. I think we just need someone that's a real world-class talent. I know we have a lot of very, very good players. Sergio Aguero, arguably world-class with Sanchez as well as Gabriel Jesus, those sort of players. But I think we need someone that's 90 plus overall just to give us that extra little bit to win us more games. And I think that's what we're going to do in January. You can see here we've offered some new contracts out. Gabriel Jesus, Edison getting one as well. So does Ribeiro, that player that only had like 10 months left on his contract. He's 93 potential to 94. He now gets a new 3-year contract, so we've managed to give him one, which means he can stay at the club for even longer. Let me know in the comment section below though who you'd like to see come in and sign for us in January, and what you think about me getting rid of Sanchez as part of that deal. Leroy Sané says about that new contract. I need to tell you something. Thanks for the offer for contract extension. It's not something I want to commit myself to. I'm going to decide where I want to play my football in the near future. Okay, maybe Leroy Sané is going to be the one to leave then. That's a little bit surprising. I offered him a new contract. Thought he'd want to extend it. Obviously not. He could well be the player to leave then. It'll be him or Sanchez. Of course, I want the youth in Sané to stay. It might be both of them. It might be just one of them. I'm not really too sure. We'll wait and see when we get to January. Okay, so on to the next league game of today's episode. Another one that we're going to be simming. I don't usually sim so many home games, but there's a lot of teams here that are just kind of pretty much comfortable victories, or they should be at least anyway. So we're going to sim those matches because I think they're a little bit less important. So it's going to be a league game here. I think it's against Hull City. Edison starts in goal. Danilo, Stones, Van Gaal and Mendy in defence. Gundogan, Sol and Silva in midfield. Sterling and Moreno. And also Gabriel Jesus starting as a front three. So quite a strong attack yet again. This is the bench we've gone with. Pretty good bench as well. And we'll crack on with today's game against Hull City. Hopefully get ourselves another 3 points. Currently, I think, second place in the league as well. So could try it and try and push for first place in front of Arsenal. Still got to try and do that. They've won every single match so far. So that obviously makes things a little bit tricky for us. Hopefully going to beat Hull here. It's obviously a little bit risky simming any match, but we're going to see how we get on. Marshall there gets an injury 1 minute in. Not a good start for Hull. We need to get ourselves an early goal, and by early I mean in the first half. We have done through Raheem Sterling, 21 minutes in. We're going to skip the game and it finishes 3-1, but we get a goalkeeper injury as well for Edison. Okay, that's a little bit unlucky, isn't it? Both keepers getting injured. That means that we'll wait and see how long he's out for, but of course Carter might have a big part to play in the next few games here. He's out for 7 days, so not very long, but he will have to therefore play the next 1 or 2 matches. Before we get on to what might be the final game of today's episode, we're going to do some player drills. These are the 5 players again we're going to go for. Hopefully see how we get on here. Of course, this game gets finalled in the Champions League group stages. It might well be a tough one. We've got Carter in goal for the match now, and it could well be the last one of today's episode. Don't really know. I might play the Tottenham game as well. We'll have to wait and see how we get on in this one. But yeah, let's crack on the match, let's change around the team and see how we get on. Okay, so this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Feyenoord. We have gone with the change here with Carter in goal. Edison can't play, still injured. Kyle Walker at right back, Company, Tara and Rose make up the rest of the defence. De Bruyne, Sol and Silva in midfield. Sterling, Aguero and Leroy Sané as the front three. Like I say, hoping to add some like a Neymar or a Gareth Bale in January to try and spice that front three up a little bit more, because it is getting pretty similar for most matches and you kind of know what sort of front three to expect. The only player that's maybe not expected here is Sanchez being dropped to the bench. That's purely tactical reasons. I just think with those out-and-out wingers out there, it's going to be a little bit more beneficial for us. Let's see how we get on with those changes and hopefully get ourselves 3 points in the league again. We won the first league game, or the first group game, I should say, of the Champions League before, so hopefully we can win the second one as well. Okay, so here we go for this match against Feyenoord in the Champions League group stages. Hopefully going to get ourselves another 3 points here. It's obviously quite a strong team. I've gone with out-and-out wingers in this match. Just because I wasn't so happy, like I said, in the last game with how he attacked. I think with these wingers, proper wingers out wide, I'm hoping that we can try and do that a little bit better in this game. Sterling into Sergio Aguero. Aguero's going to turn and shoot. What a strike that is as well. Just goes over the bar, but hits it fantastically well. De Bruyne got a clear position to shoot from, and it's saved by the keeper. He's going to go out for a corner. We're going to deliver it here with Silva. Can we pick anybody out? Tar's gone for it, just over the bar, but it must have taken a flick. And we'll have another corner. We won't go short, actually. Put it straight in. We're doing pretty well from these at the moment. This time, though, not so well. Bernardo Silva goes to Raheem Sterling. He's got the pace, but can he win it? He has done. Sterling into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva scores. That's what I mean with proper wingers. Players with real pace, trying to win back the ball off the fullbacks. We've done it there with Raheem Sterling. That's the introduction. That's the player that maybe was not going to be in the team. I decided to bring him in the team. Sanchez got dropped, and he's managed to create a really good chance for us here. Fantastic bit of play from Sterling. Wins it back. Sets it up for Bernardo Silva. Fantastic finish. Bernardo Silva getting the right positions at the moment for goals. Doing very, very well. We've got ourselves 1-0 up here. Great start. Looking to Raheem Sterling. What a pass. Sterling again is in. What a save by the goalkeeper. Raheem Sterling doing absolutely fantastic on the right-hand side. Tearing them apart. We shouldn't have gone short here. We're doing pretty well with just the normal crosses. And this time it's going to be cleared. But Sterling's doing a really good job so far. Sterling waiting for the switch here to Leroy Sané. Fantastic pass. It's going to be Sané to shoot. Oh no, how have you not got that on target? That's an embarrassing challenge, but is it a penalty? Oh, thought he'd been given a penalty then when they zoomed in on their player. That's it for the first half. Still in the game 1-0. Should be more. We've had plenty of shots. Again, not quite managing to take our chances. There's still work to be done. We're certainly attacking with a bit more threat than last game, though, which is very impressive to see. We're starting to come up with a bit more chance creation, a bit more clicker chances as well. So that's good to see. Hopefully going to try and take some of those chances down in the second half. De Bruyne into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva with some space, gets blocked onto Sol. He still needs to keep this attack alive. Silva into Aguero, Danny Rose, still going with Sol, and he scores. That's fallen to him perfectly. Sol smashes it into the back of the nets, and we've got ourselves the second goal that we needed. Sol strikes it really cleanly, just manages to stay around the area and smashes it into the back of the net. It's 2-0 now. Okay, it's not the cleanest of build-up plays, to be honest. It falls through very fluky, but we'll take it. Okay, first two changes. Suarez and Castro to come on. We'll take off Sol and De Bruyne. De Bruyne comes off just to rest him for the next game against Tottenham. And, of course, he's got the yellow card as well. Sol comes off because he's a little bit tired. 30 minutes left of this game. Hopefully going to see out the rest of the match. Trying to the scoreline as well, of course. And we'll make the third and final change at some point. Our thoughts. Got to clear it here. Well played, Carter. Doing pretty well there. Aguero to come off here. We're going to bring on Sanchez, stick him up front. There's only 15 minutes left. Just the third change to be made. Sterling onto Bernardo Silva. Great chance for Bernardo Silva here. If he can shoot, and it's wide. Didn't quite connect with it properly. Go on, Sanchez. Oh, gets an elbow in the face. Surely a foul. He's being filleted. Okay, so the game finishes 2-0. Get ourselves 3 points. That's a total of 6 points now from the opening 6 that we could have got. So good news, we've won all the matches in the group stage so far. However, we're still not attacking as we should be. We've had 7 shots here. I actually thought we had more than that, to be honest, in the game. It felt like a lot more anyway. We haven't quite made the best use of them. There's still a lot of chances which we're having but not quite taking. That needs to obviously improve. I still think that a little bit of added extra quality and a 90-plus overall attacker would really help us, to be honest. I think we do need someone like an Neymar or a Gareth Bale to come in January. So we've also got a lot of money, we're able to do that, so that's absolutely fine financially, but yeah, it's just a little bit gutting that we don't really have it right now, and I think I only came to that realisation, I think, right at the back end of the transfer window, if not outside of the transfer window. So I think we need someone else to come in. Hopefully we can do that in the next couple of episodes. Hopefully going to be about episode 50, I think, when we get into the January transfer window. So I'm hoping that, like I say, we can get in a really big name to help us out in attack. But I just think, yeah, we are needing to work on a couple of things. I think we need a better cutback option. Silva needs to drop back, or Sergio Aguero needs to drop back once we have someone in a wide position. Then we need a good cutback option. That's not quite there at the moment. I don't know if we can maybe get Silva to not get into the box, instead stay on the edge of the box maybe, or balance. I'm not really too sure. We might go stay on the edge of the box. That could help us out a little bit more. But yeah, at the moment, just struggling to find the right cutback options. There's many other issues as well. We're not quite being clinical enough, but overall, obviously we're winning games still. That's of course the main thing. We're just not winning them by as big a margin as we should. We should be thrashing Feyenoord and the previous teams that we've played this episode as well. So pretty happy with how we're playing at the moment, but yeah, despite all the complaints of course, but I am just wanting a little bit more for some of these players, and I think we can do much more as well. We have such a really good team. We've got to be playing more attractive football than we currently are, and we've got to be a bit more clinical than we are as well. Danilo's not happy with this role at the club at the moment. That'll change. Hopefully he'll come in and play a few more games. He has actually played a few though recently, so don't really know what the complaints are about. Sol wants to discuss wages as well, which of course we'll do now before we end today's episode. We don't quite have enough time to fit the Tottenham game in if I want to upload this on time, so sadly we don't quite have enough time to fit that in, and we will obviously play it in the next episode, but apologies about that. And yeah, we're going to offer him a new 1-year contract. He wants 80 grand a week. Crucial first team player. He's going to have a contract extension. I don't really just give out pay rises without you extending your contract. And we'll also take a look at the monthly scouting updates as well. Let's have a look, see if there's any good players. We don't actually have any space in our youth academy at the moment, so it won't be too helpful to us anyway, but we'll get rid of the players that aren't good enough, and we'll see if there's anybody else that does look pretty good. 2 Brazilians this month that do look quite decent. Hopefully keep an eye on those and promote them eventually. Or sign them, I should say, eventually. We've got 1 Spanish player there that looks pretty decent. In fact, a second one. We'll get rid of this guy. 3 Spanish players in this month's group of players that look pretty good as well. And finally, the English players. The players that I really want to try and get in as many as possible. Reece Martin looks pretty decent. Charlie Green will stay with us as well. Dylan Ward will be rejected, as will Charlie Morgan. That concludes today's episode, though. Just had a quick look at our youth academy and all the different sort of players that we could potentially sign. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Apologies that we don't quite have enough time to fit in the Tottenham game. We played 2 matches, we also sim 2 as well in today's episode. But yeah, if we could try and 100 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, or maybe haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well down below. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, at GameFaceHD, and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.